Hi friends, today I wanted to give the update on the February, how markets are going to move in the month of February. Hope January you guys took positions accordingly. Uh, Two things which are important, right? There is, personally speaking, because once we predict markets, right, markets is dependent upon the geopolitical uncertainties because I don't give forecasts which is, or I don't analyze things, right, from a perspective where I give a short-term movement in markets, right? So my expectation again is the same where I think markets the downturn has just started, to be honest, and there are going to be a lot of political issues which will crop up from now till almost like 31st March, right? I cannot say anything about a 500, 700 point movement in Nifty, to be honest, but I can always say that they're going to be a substantial movement, right? Which is like 1,000 point or 1,500 or 2,000 maybe, right? The first stop, as for me, is going to be around 12,700. That is where I think market will stop for a while, and then things may take further downwards trend, right? Because there's a lot of geopolitical things. Because personally speaking, even if I leave the astrology aside, right, even on the fundamental basis, things are not looking good because the two important things which I want to say, right? One, practically all the positives which were expected or in the nearest future has already come up, right? US election was one. Second, in terms of the quantitative easing in the sense that the dole money which was coming into all the markets, right? That has also come in possibly. Any additional package from US, probably I do expect maybe they may announce one more package. However, the incremental movement in markets with the new package is not going to be that high, right? So from that perspective, I personally feel the positive news with respect to the US is already come up. China, if you guys follow the market that way, right? China is started squeezing the liquidity to an extent. Same thing, I expect US may not be now, but probably March, April is the time when they will also start thinking about this, right? If you are looking at the fundamentals, generally speaking, the yield curve for the European nation started going up. If you looked at Spain, it's like 28% increase in yield starting from 0.76 to 0.9293, right? That has happened in the last Thursday, Friday, right? So from that perspective, I can say things are not looking good because generally if there's an undercurrent, right? Because if the market is moving up, and you see sudden issues in between, right? Sudden in the sense the Spain last time 28% increase in a single day, right? I would have seen almost like I guess 2016, 2017 start, right? So from that perspective, you always see some bit of casualties in between, right? So my thinking fundamentally, I'm not comfortable at all. I wasn't comfortable even after 12,000, 12,500 again. Fundamentally, yes, the positive news did give it a bit of thumbs up, right? There was one after the another, right? But again, the geopolitical tensions is again started crippling in, right? And I personally feel the whole thing is going to flow from China. China is going to be the base, second US and UK as well, that way, right? The European markets technically, European and the US market as well. So my thinking, be very, very cautious. If you're an investor, just wait down for 2-3 months. It's not going to make a huge difference to you, right? So maybe like April end or maybe May first week is the time when probably you guys should start investing. Astrologically, fundamentally, I don't know because fundamentally, as of now, the market is still looking bad, and I guess the worst is still to come, right? So how long that's going to prolong, I don't know. But astrologically plus fundamentally, if I think on both sides, I personally feel May first week might be the time to start accumulating. Till that time, be on a short side, right? Maybe you don't want to, obviously, options, please, I don't recommend people to kind of go through the option routes, probably. Even if you want to short the market, please do it through the future routes with a bit of protection on the upside, right? Which I think is going to be very, I guess maybe like this, I don't expect the markets to go down substantially higher, right? But ultimately, because if you're taking a position on the leverage kind of positions, right? So take some protections on the upside as well, which may be out of the money, like 1,000 point plus kind of options for the month, right? So in addition, the last month's forecast, which was from 22nd to 24th, which has further kind of strengthen my belief, right? The markets are downward. I'm still down, which I told you last time as well. In addition, we 14,700, we shorted left, right, center, everything, to be honest, right? Because 14,700, the market went to 14,700 twice and it came back, right? So that was the point for shorting for us, right? So we shorted. In addition, if I talk about USD or gold, USD, I do expect the index to go up, right? Dollar index to go up, may not be against the Indian currency, okay? But if there's a geopolitical situation which is going to arise, the Indian government, because there's a lot of, normally I've seen it, right? There's a lot of intervention from the government side, right? So Indian currency that way is not like a free float, okay? So there's a lot of intervention on the government. So probably if you want to play, then play on the dollar and euro pair, right? So maybe you can buy dollars and sell euro. That might be a safer play. Or maybe other way around, you can always sell euro INR pair because euro I do expect to go down. Currently it's like 1.2172. The Friday close, I do expect it to at least touch 1.19, 1.18, right? At least in next 2 months or 2.5 months, approximately, maybe earlier than that, right? So that is a good play. Gold is another thing because now normally if the dollar index is going down, gold normally goes up, right? But this time when the risk aversion is going to start happening, there will be demand for dollar, right? Same way is silver as well. Silver, we were long. Last week we actually went long, right? But one safe play, which I personally feel, you can always play on the US Treasury yields, right? US Treasury yields at the moment is 1.0741. That was Friday's close, right? If I look at a 10-year T-bill, right? And you can always play with the dollar denominated bonds, right? T-bill bonds. You may not be directly able to do that. You can always do it through the ETF route, right? So the yields, once the yield goes up, the bond price goes down, right? So that's the time to sell, technically, right? So I expect yields to go up. So best is to sell T-bill ETF, right? Which you can do. Indian market, I guess you can still do because 250,000 is still allowed, right? So that's a good leverage play. The best play is dollar and euro. That is the same play. In terms of markets, you can always play short market. That is currently also, I guess, they're going to be some bounce back 200, 300 points, possibly. I'm not too sure, but there's a possibility of 100, 200, 300 points nifty bounce back. You can always short at that time, right? So thanks a lot. Thanks for all your support. Our foundation is running. I guess we are doing some good work. I'll keep updating you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.